At the end of the training, I'll have the recording sent to people so you can just, you know, do a review of what you've learned. But I'll advise that you have your pen and a book to take note, because one thing about learning, doing online training, is that you're seeing what is going on, you're hearing, you're listening to the instructor or the tutor, and you feel, hey, yeah, I get it. Okay, do this. Yeah, I get it. Now, when it's time to be on your own to do it practically, you forget. And you begin to go back to make reference, trying to get the video, trying to fast forward. And so why don't you just have it jotted down so it's easier for you? Okay, so let's start. I'll begin by sharing my screen now. And I also forgot to mention, if you have any questions, there's a Q&A section we'll be having. You can drop your questions there so that towards the end of the presentation, you can go and pick up the questions. And anytime you're not getting anything clear, just raise your hand. I'll try to take a break and explain that particular thing that is not clear. Okay, I can see the hands raised up. Okay, cool. You can also chat with me. Just chat directly on the chat box and you'll get your questions or whatever you want to share as well. Because one thing about knowledge, one person cannot know it all. So as I'm being the instructor right now, I still expect that people who have ideas to share can chip it in as well. But let me tell you, friends, that this is a very important section. It might look as easy as it seems, the topic, how to create a Facebook business page. Hey, I just created a Facebook business page, what's the big deal? No, there's more to it if you're using it for business. If you need to check your ROI, your return on investment, that is what this business page is about. This is not a joke at all. This is real business. And so many companies, so many people, so many small business entrepreneurs are doing this and making money out of it. So let's start now. Let me just have a slideshow. Sorry, I might have some slowness. I'll just begin from the beginning. I hope you guys can see. And I hope I'm loud and clear because it's raining here and I'm practically trying my best to scream. So the topic, like I said, how to create a Facebook business page. Remember I said business page. Let me get this pointer because PowerPoint does not allow you to see your mouse. Most times it disappears. So I'll try to get a mouse that has a color so we can see what I'm trying to pull. Okay, so here we are. So how to create a Facebook business page. Now, why do you need a Facebook business page in the first place? I have my personal profile. I can sell my products to people on my personal profile. Yeah, that's still good. But you know, there are things that your personal profile account limits for you. Without a Facebook page, you cannot really run a proper business. You can't run your Facebook ads. You cannot do a whole lot of things, which I'm going to show you some small insights. Yeah. So first and foremost, for you to have a Facebook business page, you need to have a personal profile. That's very important for you to know. For you to have a Facebook business page, you need to have a personal account. That's your everyday Facebook account that people know you with your friends, you chat, you share your life stories and all that. Without that account, you cannot create a Facebook business page. And look, you can still separate both if you don't want most friends or the everyday friends to know, okay, this is my business. The only way they get to know is when you send them an invite to like your business page. It shows that that is you. So now we're talking about the power of social media. What are we going to learn today? We're going to learn first and foremost the statistics on world's population. That's the only way you can appreciate what you do on the internet, what you do online. You know, some people are still using the old method of marketing. wanting to put their ads on the newspaper, wanting to put their ads on magazines, going on door to door, cold call. These are not bad. We're not saying throw them away, but we're just saying look at what's on the internet, see what's online. That is your target. Those people you're putting this on the papers for are the same people that are online, which is a quick and easy reach. So we're going to look at the statistics of the world's population. Okay, Yetunde is raising her hand. Just drop your questions. I'll get back to you. Because if I come out from this screen share, I have to go through the process to go back. Just drop your questions. You will see the question box or on the chat. I'll come back to you. Then what we're also going to learn is the statistics on internet users. If you know the population of people in the world, and out of those population of people in the world, you need to know how many of those people are using internet. Mind you, internet users is different or are different from social media users. I can be an internet user doing my work online, with my website, my company's website, looking at the papers online, being on CNN and all that doesn't make me a social media user. Social media user is when you begin to use the social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, or whatnot. So we have to break this down. The statistics of the world's population and the statistics on internet users. And that brings us to the next one, which is the breakdown to social media users. Okay, so after that, we'll now look at the power of social media. I'll make it a very short so that we get straight to the end point. It's going to be a 1 hour section. I'll try my best we don't exceed 1 hour. So the power of social media. Then we're also going to look at Facebook as the #1 social media platform. Very important for us to take note. And after that, we begin our tutorial on the reason why we're here, to create a Facebook business page. And I'll still tell you, my friends, that a Facebook business page, it might sound as easy as it is. Oh, I created a Facebook business page. Is that why I'm waking up so early? Is that why I'm here running my data, checking, online, just to learn how to create a business page? No, there's more to it. More to it. That's why some people have the business page, some people run advertisements, and they don't see the results because there's something they're not doing right. And that's the secret I want to share now. After that, we have a live section. We shall create, for illustration purpose, the Facebook business page live. It won't take us time at all. Then at the end of it, we have a live Q&A section where I can take all of your questions. And don't bombard me too much. We'll still get answers anyway. So here we are. Statistics on the world's population. I'll still send you the recording of this. I know this annotation is covering some things, but let's go ahead. This is the statistics on the world's population. Now, where did this data come from? This data come from? This data actually came from the United Nations on population division. That's why the credit is going to them. And they use what we call the worldometer. Now, it's just like how you have your speedometer, your thermometer, anything that reads, data. If we're checking this live, this is a screenshot of the particular dates, which was last week, because I did all this research last week to put this together. So if you were checking this live, when you go online, you can still check it live yourself. You would see that these dates are changing, they're constantly changing, the birth, the death, and all that. So we have an approximation of 7.8 billion people in the world as population. And mind you, this is just an estimate. It can never really be accurate. It's like taking a census. So you have 7.8 billion people in the world, yeah? And of this 7.8 billion people in the world, what's the statistics of internet users? Here we are. Active internet users are 4.57 billion using the internet. Why are you searching for your clients elsewhere? 4.5 billion. Now, if you see this chart, It shows us the unique internet users as 4.57. It shows us the unique mobile internet users as 4.2, and it goes down that way. Active social media users as 3.8. You see the difference between the internet users and social media users. We'll go get that in the next slide. Now, why are they particular about active mobile? Why are they saying mobile, mobile, mobile? So that this helps you at the end of the day, when you want to start creating your campaigns, you know, to realize that you should target more on mobile users. Because, hey, you send me a link right now. I won't go wait and log into my laptop or open my desktop before I click on the link. Everybody's on the move, you see? So I just, on my mobile, pull and I check it and I see what you sent me. So that's why it's important to take note of the mobile users, active users using their mobile phone. So whenever you create an ad, we'll still do that in subsequent classes. Whenever you begin to run an ad, you make sure your ad is mobile friendly. And there are ways you can always check that. Like your adverts, your Facebook ads, your pictures, your website, your landing page, whatever you're doing is mobile friendly. If not, you'll be losing some targets there. So now, the active statistics on internet users, approximately 4.5 billion. So the breakdown to social media users is what we'll talk about now. 3.5. You know, we saw a certain number there. This is an approximation of that number. And mind you, my friends, these numbers are in billion. 3.5 billion social media users, which is about 45% of the population. They are actively using social media. Now, the power of social media, by now, a world without the internet is unimaginable. Imagine what it was before, back in the days. How were we even getting information? Me, as a real estate agent back in the days, we didn't even have the portals to list our properties. How were we even closing deals? It's just unimaginable. But if I have to think back, what we do was door-to-door marketing, cold calls, getting the newspapers, putting our ads on the newspapers. Now things are made like this in the flip of a finger. So connecting billions of people worldwide, the internet is a core pillar of the modern information society. The speed with which the world is changing is incredibly fast. On any day, this is very important to take note for you who wants to sell online. Look, this presentation is for every kind of business. Though I'm streamlining it to real estate, but it's for every kind of business, selling products, services, shoes, food, even the farmer, whatever it is, everyone is online. People are searching. So this is for every business, clothes, bags, you know, whatever you can think of. So it's not just streamlined to a particular business. So just take note of this phrase. On any one day in the last 5 years, when we say last 5 years, we should be talking about from 2015. There were, on an average, 640,000 people online for the first time. When I mean, I didn't say logging online or just coming online like how we drop our phones and we pick it up. No, for the first time, they just come online for the first, on a day, on any day in the last 5 years. So what is going to happen in another 5 years? Take note. The whole world, my friend, is going online. If you're not there, if you don't have an online presence, I think you're cheating yourself, basically. You might be making money. I have friends who are not online, who don't even know how to use the social media to sell their products, to sell their services. They are making money. They're doing well, even in real estate. But I tell them, you know, you will double your sale if you have this idea of what to do with the internet. So social media usage is one of the most popular online activity. Now it's telling us that in 2019, an estimated 2.95 billion people were using social media worldwide, a number projected to increase to almost 3.4 billion in 2023. But mind you, this number has almost exceeded, and we are not even in 2023 now. So that was an estimation or a projection, or we're even much more than that. So this is a chart that shows you how it's been growing. This was like 10 years ago, 2010, just a fraction, 1.2 billion. 2017, 2.6 billion, and see where it is in 2023. But even as a 2020, as a today, is even past the estimate that was mentioned. That should be happening in 2023. We're already gone past that. I'll show you that in the next slide. Now look at the statistics summary. Now I've just been showing you slides. Now it's just to show you the summary in one slide. The world's population, what did we say? Approximately 7.8 billion. Internet users, 4.6 billion. You might see the difference. Like maybe 2 point something are still waiting, and they are hot markets too. Then social media users, 3.5 billion. Why are you not advertising and selling online? That's the very big question. If that's where your audience are, that's where your customers are, that's where your target is. So now everyone is using social media. 54% of social browsers are using social media to research products. And like we said before, the power of social media marketing, not just playing and all that, marketing. 73% of marketers believe that their business has been very effective. Some say somewhat effective, some say very effective for their business. And this was as of 2019. And this an adaptation, an extract from UFA. Now, Facebook as your #1 social media platform. Facebook is the market leader. No matter what you say, some people say, hey, I don't get the good leads from Facebook. Hey, I don't get, look, let me tell you something. Some people are using their personal profile and advertising what they do, and they still get clients. They still get leads. They still make sales. I know so many of them. I'm not talking about just selling products. I'm talking about real estate. I'm talking about advertising and selling plots of lands. I know so many. In fact, I met one recently and I asked her, I told her, do you know if you now have a Facebook business page, your sales will triple, will increase. So that's the difference. No one is saying having this won't make it happen, but doing it this way will become a more business-minded idea. So 2.6 billion are actively using Facebook. Actively using Facebook, not just there, but actively using. I mean, that's a lot. And this is what we can see from this chart, how Facebook is a platform you shouldn't be missing out on. See the chart here, making it so explanatory. Followed by WhatsApp. We know what we all know WhatsApp. Hey, we got our messages from WhatsApp. And the funny part of everything is that the creator of WhatsApp application actually went to Facebook to look for a job, and they turned it down. You know, and eventually WhatsApp started getting a hold of so many things, and Facebook thought, oh my goodness, Facebook is very smart. They look at people who will become their competitors and begin to buy off from them. So they thought, oh, what are we doing? Why are we leaving this guy? They now called him back and offered him billions. This is someone they could have hired, but eventually they had to offer him billions to buy WhatsApp off. The same thing with Instagram. So you see how smart it works. So everything is still channeled to Facebook. And when we get to the Instagram part of our training in subsequent sections, I'm going to show you how you can link your Facebook and Instagram and start making sales, running your ads on Facebook for Instagram. That's very important for you to note. And all the way we have Twitter here, it's still